Hello! In this video I will be showing you how to knit a fitted hat. Technically you could use any type of yarn. I'm using some mohair and wool yarn, and for the striped version just this worsted weight wool and a 6mm needle. Start by casting on 56 stitches. So I'm doing a long tail cast on, and the tail should be about 90 centimeters maybe. And if you want the hat to be bigger, you can increase the number of stitches you cast on. Just make sure that it's still a number that's divisible by 4. So you can do 60, 64, 68, whatever you want. It just needs to be divisible by 4. And then you add an additional stitch, so +1. So I'm casting on 57 stitches. And that additional stitch that we cast on, we need for joining our cast on in the round. So make sure that the stitches aren't twisted, that they're all facing the same way. And then you're gonna slip the first stitch of the cast on onto your right needle, and then slip the last stitch you cast on over that stitch and slip it off. Make sure to get both of the threads and then just pull both strands to tighten the stitch. And normally, to be honest, I don't add a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of the round, but here I'm doing it just so you can see it more easily. And yeah, now you're set to start knitting, and we're just gonna knit every stitch for as many rows as we need to reach about 17-18 centimeters in length. This is what it should look like a couple rows in. We're just going to continue to knit every single stitch. For the length of the hat, it depends on how you want it to sit on your head. So if you're making it for yourself, I would just recommend to try it on. When trying it on, the hat should basically already fit how you want it to be and be the length that you want it to be, since the decrease part is only going to make up the crown of the hat. So after this, I did maybe a couple more rows since it is a little bit short right now. So once you've reached your desired length, you're ready to start the decrease pattern. In total, we're going to be placing 4 evenly spaced stitch markers. So the first one will be 7 stitches away from the start of the round. After that, you're going to be knitting 14 more stitches and then placing another stitch marker, then again 14 stitches and another stitch marker, and so forth until you reach the end of the round. And after the 4th stitch marker, there should be 7 stitches left before you reach the start of the round. Keep in mind that this is the number of stitches if you've chosen to do a cast on of 56 stitches. So if you have more than that, just divide the number of your cast on stitches by 4, and then you'll know how many stitches should be in between each stitch marker. So if you have 60, then there should be 15 stitches between each stitch marker. So in total, you'll have 4 stitch markers that are each 14 stitches apart. So once you've reached the beginning of the round again, you're ready to start the increase pattern. So you're going to knit until you're 3 stitches away from your first stitch marker. And then you will slip, slip, and knit to make one left-leaning decrease. And then you'll knit 1 stitch, slip the stitch marker, and knit another stitch, and then you'll knit 2 together to make one right-leaning decrease. Sorry. And that is the way in which we will decrease. So you'll knit every stitch again until you reach 3 stitches away from your stitch marker, and then slip, slip, knit again, make one left leaning decrease, knit 1, slip the stitch marker, knit another one, and then knit 2 together to make a right leaning decrease. And we will do that same thing for every stitch marker until you reach the marker that marks the beginning of the round. So here it is again, a bit more slowly. Knit 1, slip the stitch marker, knit another one, and then knit 2 together. So we're going to continue that decrease pattern every other row. So for the next row, you'll just knit every single stitch, and then the row after that, you're going to do the decrease pattern again, and we'll just continue that until the end of the hat, but don't worry, I'm going to show that as well. And this is what it should look like. So you'll have one row of decreases, and then one row just knit, and then you can decrease again. So as you can see, in between our 2 decreases, we have a row without decreases. If you follow that pattern, you'll end up with just 6 stitches between each stitch marker. So you're still going to follow that pattern of knit, slip, slip, knit, knit 1, slip the stitch marker, knit 1, and then knit 2 together. At this point, you'll just have no stitches in between the decreases. So you'll have your knit 2 together, and then you'll do the slip, slip, knit, the next slip, slip, knit directly after, so there'll be no stitches in between. And once again, you'll do that for all of the stitches or all of the stitch markers. for the entire row till you reach your marker that marks the beginning of a new round. So that row will end with a knit two together, and you can slip the marker, the middle marker again, but after that we're going to knit every single stitch and remove the stitch markers. At this point, it can be a little bit tricky to knit since there are so few stitches left. Personally, I do some mix of the magic loop method and other methods, but just do what works best for you. Just be sure to pull the stitches tightly so you don't have any gaps at the end. And once you've finished with that round, you're going to get your scissors and a darning needle. And make sure the tail is decently long, maybe 15 to 20 centimeters. Thread the yarn onto the needle, and now we're just going to slip all of the stitches of our needles and onto the darning needle. So the thread will go from the last stitch through all of the live stitches. And because at this point there's so few stitches left, I just do stitches, half of the stitches at a time. And once you've passed through all of the stitches, you can just pull it tightly to close the gap so that there's not a hole at the top of the hat. And then we're just going to sew in the end. And I like to go through all of those stitches again. So just using the darning needle, go back through all of those stitches. That's just so that it's secured very tightly. And if you want to, you can even go through it a couple more times. But yeah, I just like to do a couple and then insert the needle and pull through so that the end, the thread, is on the wrong side of the hat. And then, yeah, just seam it in as you would normally. And yeah, now your hat is basically finished. Just need to sew in all of the ends. And if you want, obviously you can block the hat or brush it out, which I will show later in the video. And if you want a plain colored hat, you can obviously stop there, but I'm just quickly going to show you how to do jogless stripes, or how I like to do them. So if you do stripes in a round just by knitting normally, you'll be able to see when every row begins, because obviously, it goes higher as every row continues. So I'm doing stripes of 6 rows. So after 6 rows of the first color, we're going to add the second color. As you can see, you hold it as a loop and insert the needle as if to knit and pull the loop through. And then we're going to knit the first round normally and just leave the end. Just make sure it's long enough so you don't lose that stitch. And we're just going to sew that in at the end, so you can leave it for now. Once we get to the beginning of the round, you can see that if we were to just continue knitting it, you would see where the stripe started. So you're going to insert the needle as if to purl and slip that stitch. And then the next stitch, you're going to knit normally, but make sure you carry up the first color. Do that, just cross the second color under the first color and pull it tightly so you don't have any loose stitches. And I'm just going to show it one more time after the second stripe. I didn't record the first row unfortunately, but you can see that I already passed the blue yarn under the pink yarn once. And now we're going to slip the first stitch as if to purl, and we're going to carry up the blue yarn again. So we're going to cross the pink yarn under the blue yarn and knit it normally. And so you can see that it's wrapped around where we carried up the pink yarn. And that way it's very secure and none of the stitches are loose. Just make sure that the yarn isn't pulled too tightly. And after that, you can just continue to knit your stripe normally. And the rest of the hat is knit the same way as the plain colored one. Here you can see the end result. This is the one with the mohair yarn, and this is the striped hat. I will say it is a little bit small. I probably would have done another stripe with the blue, to be honest. And if you don't want the bottom edge to roll up as much, I would recommend blocking the hat. And yeah, here you can see where the stripes, or you can't really see where the stripes begin. I am just quickly going to show you how to brush out the hat or how it looks when it's brushed out. And for this, I'm just using a pet brush and holding the hat firmly so there's some tension, and then just brushing it. And here is the finished result. This one is brushed out pretty heavily. Obviously, you can do as much as you like. And here's the comparison to the mohair one. They're both fuzzy in different ways. And here's some more ideas on what customizations you could do. Adding stripes in different colors and alternating with purl and knit, or adding some buttons. And that's it for the tutorial. I hope you liked it and it was helpful. And yeah, please let me know how your hat turned out. I would love a comment. Bye!